Here we go, guys.
Somebody that last in here and hold the door open, I got a secure location. All right, we're going to go through the hallway to my left, your right. We're just going to kind of file up and hold up right there. First place we're going to
Feel like we're going to cell block 8. All right, guys, here we go. And this tour is actually showing some of the, I believe, the manufacturing parts and stuff like that that we'll be able to see right now. So,
Hey guys, welcome. It's about a minute early, but I want to go ahead and get started. This is the behind the scenes at the GlockStore. I'm not sure how much you guys know about the company, but Lenny McGill is the founder and CEO. He started his business as basically a video producer. He did videos for not just weapons or firearm shooting. He did it for sporting events, all kinds of stuff. He started Lenny McGill Productions in San Diego. That's where all this began. The early 80s, Glock put out a firearm, semi-automatic, that everybody was really stoked over. A lot of the police departments across the United States incorporated it. He started enjoying shooting, started making videos, sell them online. You guys remember mail order VHS video? That's where he got his business started. And then he moved into the DVDs, started getting involved with some just different parts of the gun, holsters, stuff like that. Opened his first location, brick and mortar retail store in the early 90s. Kept that business going. In 2019, he purchased this building. San Diego's, the laws in California and the taxes are just kind of crazy. So he wanted to kind of get out of that market and start growing his business a little more. So he bought this building in 2019. Took about a year to renovate it. And in 2020, spring of 2020, he opened. In spring or summer of 2022, that's when they shut the facility in San Diego down. So this is the only GlockStore location. So we're known more of GS Performance because you'll see when we get in the back, a lot of the performance parts for the Glock pistol itself is where that's the majority of our sales. So we can't actually produce the grip module. That's the one that's the part of the gun that's actually serialized. So, but we manufacture every other part of the weapon that goes on top or in the middle or triggers, pins,
nice.
Slides, and pretty much everything that the gun and the firearm is considered, the Glock itself. We make here on site, except for the grip module. But we do sell the grip modules, without anything on them. If you wanted to buy one and build your own from scratch, it's absolutely right.
I never knew that.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here. We're gonna kind of file into. This is our video production room. This is where all the YouTube videos are shot. So come on in. We can see.
Oh, this is where the big Lenny sits.
This is where the magic happens. So,
nice.
yeah, it's pretty neat. Y'all come on in. All right, by the way, my name's Jeff. I'm a 30-year FedEx retiree. Watched them build this place and said, you know what, that looks pretty cool. So took a couple months off, came over here, and I've been here a couple of years, and it's a family business. It's fun. It's a new world for me. So it's nice to be in this environment, and especially in a family like this. The McGills are amazing, and I'm just glad to be part of their team. So this is where, I don't know if you guys ever watched YouTube, or I'm sure everybody's seen what YouTube is, but GlockStore has their own YouTube website. He's had over 96 million views and 786,000 subscribers at this point, I think. He's on all platforms, but there's two gentlemen that work primarily in this office. One of them is Quentin. He's the camera operator and the producer of the videos. And then we also have a young man named Nate. He does a lot of the photographs and a lot of social. He's actually all social media. So anytime you see a special go on or anything come on Twitter or X or whatever it's called now, or YouTube or whatever platform that we're on at that particular time, it all comes through this office. So, but that's when you watch YouTube videos, this is where Lenny operates. This is his desk. Anytime he comes out with a new product or a new product comes out online, he will test it. He will show you the video and he'll show you how to install it. Whatever helps you guys, or the general public understand the firearm better. He's got, like he said, he's got 786,000 followers. I'm not sure how many different videos. There's like 700 videos. It's
a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. So you can go back through the whole period of time, back 10, 12, 15 years. There's actually a video time lapse of them refurbishing this building from what it was. It used to be an ambulance storage building or something. So, but anyway, everything is filmed and photographed and produced in this office right here. So it's very, very busy. And Tuesday, Top Shot Tuesday, I think is one of their big. Every Tuesday they put out a new production or new item or whatever, and then Firearm Friday. They always have specials at least 2 days a week. So.
I'll be sitting at that table one day.
I hope so. All right, we're going to go back out the same exit.
What's up, boys?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Stay in here. I was supposed to be more people than this.
There's a lot of people out there, though. It was hot as hell out there, too. I had to get up out of there. Did you feel the heat, bro?
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, thank you, man.
Yeah, you'll get your shot.
Appreciate it, brother. Mike, don't get the big side of my head, even though it's big already.
Y'all come on out. If y'all look here to my right, this is our gunsmithing area. We have a full licensed gunsmith on site. He doesn't just work on Glocks. He can, fix any kind of weapon, any kind of firearm, shotgun, rifle, if you're having problems with it. That's Craig. Hey, tell him what you do, Craig.
I can do anything.
So Craig is our fully licensed and full-time gunsmith. We have a couple of armorers that work in there as well, and their main job is just to, install product. Because a lot of our customers will come in and purchase a firearm, and then they want to add on to it. Because that's part of the fun is buying a standard Glock and then just making it yours. Color coordinating it, adding different optics to it. Guide rods with
magazine release.
Everything that goes inside we make here. And you can color coordinate it. So it's almost an addiction. I mean,
It is an addiction.
It is.
Right here.
Yeah, my wife it gets quick. It gets an addiction quick. It gets expensive.
I've got 10 Glocks, okay? And
Sorry.
Johnny has taken care of every single one of them.
That's awesome. He's a great guy.
Triggers,
Yeah.
guide rods, barrels,
That's awesome.
extended magazines.
Yeah.
The whole nine.
To my left, right here on this next little corridor where Craig is standing, that's our custom shop. That's where if you buy a firearm or a Glock and it does not have a slide cut on it, which means that's where you want to mount an optic, you can mail in or bring in your slide, and they'll go through the custom shop, and they'll actually, in a 10-day turnaround, they'll take your slide, have it cut, mount the optic, and get it back to you, whether you live here or you ship it in. So we're also a federal firearms licensor, which means if you don't buy a gun with us and you buy it online or somewhere else, you can have it shipped here. If you go to GlockStore.com, they have a page that has our FFL information on it. So you have to have that information to give to the person shipping you the gun. And when it comes in here, that's when they take your not your fingerprints, but they run your background check, and they charge you like a transfer fee. I think it's like $40 or something like that. So you can buy it somewhere else and have it transferred here, and we'll run your background check and transfer it to you legally. So you don't just have to buy from us, but it's the majority of people do. So that's the custom shop right there. They probably go through 100 orders a week or something like that easily. But it's a 10-day turnaround guaranteed, or the service is free. Not the object, but the service is free if we can't get it back to you in 10 days. So we're going to keep going down this hallway, and we're going to hook a right. We're going to start looking at some manufacturing stuff.
When are they giving away the Glock?
I don't know. Probably close to 2 o'clock. Yeah. We'll be done before. Yeah.
Everybody want that Glock.
I think, and one of them's custom this year. I get not a problem.
Oh, man.
See that?
All right, y'all follow me. All right, we can kind of come back here too. I'm going to tell you guys about this little room in here. I'll come on around. This is our graphics lab. One of our, y'all come on down a little bit.
You're towards blue.
I'm what?
You're towards blue.
Did it grow? Y'all come on down. So right now we're headed towards manufacturing, but this is kind of the first stage of it. This is our graphics lab. Bill is our full-time graphics designer. You guys, if you have something you want engraved on a slide or on a lower grip module, whatever you want, you send it to him and he will engrave it on this machine, and there's another one in the back as well. So what have you seen? What kind of designs have you seen? I've seen Kermit the Frog.
I've seen a lot of Marine Corps emblems come through.
Yeah, a lot of military will get their slide engraved on it.
Law enforcement.
That's true. Do you remember doing?
Yeah, we've got a Trump gun.
Do you remember doing the Second Amendment on the side of my?
That's not me. I'm not Bill.
Yeah, no, I know. I saw that. Yeah, on the slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where that's where you send it into him, and he'll take care of the engraving and send it back to you. So that's the graphics designer. He has a lot to do with the websites too. He designs a lot of our websites.
What's the turnaround times on the engraving?
I would say probably 10 days. I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
But I know the slide cuts are 10 days.
Yep.
So we generally, he has his, a lot going on, but he generally gets on it as quick as he can.
Yep, I did my optic cut here, and it was quick too.
Yeah, it's
so.
usually within a day
On
or
my
so.
Glock 45.
Yeah. All right, we're going to follow me. We're going to go down this hallway and take a left. Behind this room here is where all the manufacturing is, and we're going to congregate in this big hallway. It's a lot cooler back there, I promise you.
Oh man, mine is really hooked up. Extended mag,
Yeah.
All right.
base
We're gonna
plate.
Congregate right over here in front of these big glass windows.
507C, red dot.
Good. Yeah.
What else do I have? Tungsten guide rod.
Yeah.
That thing is crazy in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is it, guys.
Rain out there again?
Look like the wind picking up. Kind of weird.
All right. Okay, y'all come on down a little bit. This is where we manufacture all our Glock performance parts. Like I said before, we can't actually make the grip module because it's serialized. But every other part of the firearm, we pretty much make here, or the barrels we actually don't produce here. Our double diamond barrels, we actually have another company that's within the GlockStore family that does our barrels. But as far as the pyramid triggers, the guide rods, the base plates, which is the aluminum part that adds the extra capacity to a standard Glock magazine, slide releases, the magazine releases, everything that's an internal part we actually manufacture here. And it's all color coordinated. That's what the fun part about it is. You can have red accents, blue accents, pink, gold, whatever you prefer. That's where the addiction kind of comes in, because once you start replacing stuff, man, it's like it's almost addictive. So we've got a table set up here where you guys can kind of visually see what I was talking about, like the parts themselves. This is Ron. Ron is our lead tech. He basically runs this whole part of our manufacturing. Y'all come on down a little bit. But there's examples of like our triggers, of our mag releases. Don't take a piece of steel. The solid steel over here is about 9 inches long or so. And we have a machine that basically takes that piece of block steel and molds it and cuts it into one of these slides in just a couple of hours. So it goes from solid to a slide to about 2 hours or so.
That's the first time I've seen one of those.
Yeah, that releases just a little clip. So if you take your magazine out, that little face plate, it just pops it off. Yeah. It makes it a lot easier. So you're sitting there having to use an E10 or something, and jam it in there, and you end up cutting your finger or something. We actually manufacture that here. Don't you do the little trigger thing now? 3D print something? Oh. That right there.
So you manufacture the slides too?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That steel goes into that.
From a raw stock, and we end up with.
Oh my God! So it starts here, and then ends up here.
Yeah. That's usually what?
This is the cut that I'm about to get.
That's the Apex guy.
Yeah, I like
This is
that.
all raw product here. So you'll see where it starts out.
This is a small sampling. We make hundreds of different products.
Yeah. This is just a small sample of what we do.
Flare Magwells.
But this is one of our triggers. We manufacture the trigger bar.
This one's always a crowd favorite.
Trigger
We make your Glock factory guide rod is plastic. So we make them in stainless steel, copper tungsten, and pure tungsten. This one's stainless steel.
The triggers are kind of tricky.
This one's pure
That's
tungsten.
one thing I wouldn't mess with.
Wow, it was heavy. I seen the way you.
Pass those around. Take it out.
Let's see.
You know, you buy the product here,
Crazy.
it's stock for free. Why you wait?
Oh my God, this is a tungsten one?
That's the pure tungsten.
Yeah, that's why they're so durable. I have that tungsten guide rod.
The weight that gives you the advantage.
It's way heavier.
That's two guide rods that are just.
Yeah. Anybody else want to hold this? Yeah, it's real heavy. The difference. Let her hold both so she can really feel the difference. That's pretty amazing, man.
Pretty much any accessory you want for a Glock, we make it.
That's sweet, and it's crazy how it starts from here.
That's the progression through the machine.
Right.
This one here is our newest product. If your slide gets wet, greasy, anything like that, it's hard to grip. Or if you're older, you have arthritis, whatever. It's hard to grip your slide to rack it sometimes. This new product, you take off your slide cover plate, and you put this one on in its place, and it's a grip
I've
that you
seen
can't
Lenny do a
believe.
review. He did a video on that recently.
Put your hand grab the slide right in front of it. So if your slide
It makes it racking easier.
slide, it's right there. I mean, it's pretty cool.
What's it called? A grip?
This is an ESP slide cover plate.
Okay.
They have one website, and they
Yes,
should have
sir.
some in the warehouse or in the showroom.
I'll give you my YouTube channel. In a few minutes, I'll give it to you.
You grab the slide in front of it, you start to slip, and you hit that. This one's my favorite. Speed rail.
Okay, let me give it to you. Pull up your camera, and then I'll give you my barcode.
I'm going to move on. Hey guys, I'm going to move on.
That's it.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm not from this place.
Yes, sir.
That's cool.
Technology, cars, and firearms. Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
These guys that
Excuse me. Oh, sorry
real
about that.
stands and all this stuff, and all they're doing all day long is putting parts together. The guide rods and the triggers and all that stuff. They put it together before it goes into the packaging department. So if you guys will follow me, we're going to go in here, we're going to look at the receiving department and then our warehouse. All right, y'all, come on around here. Hey, can you bring a pig ticket? Yeah. I just want to show somebody. All right, y'all, come on around here. Y'all, this is Miguel. Say hi, Miguel.
What's up, Miguel?
What's up, Miguel?
What's cracking, bro?
Pretty good.
All right, come on around here, y'all. We're gonna look at the receiving department, and then I'll kind of explain how our warehouse is set up, and then we'll check out the shipping department, and then we'll kind of head back out. So. So you're in the receiving department. We receive well over 1 million items a year. We have approximately 4,000 SKUs, which means they're not items, but there's individual barcoded items. So there could be one item that has 7 different either sizes or colors to it. So, but we got about between 4,000 and 5,000 SKUs at any given time. So this is Charles. Everything that we get in this building comes through him. He is the hardest working man here. And I can't give him enough credit for the success of this operation. So he's here helping out today. You got any questions? Charles would be happy to answer them, but he is a hard-working man. He has all the UPS, FedEx, everything goes to this man right here. And
Charles, I have 300 questions.
Oh my God.
sometimes you'll come in here and he's got boxes on carts stacked, and you can tell he's stressed out, but he handles it. We got a couple other people that help him out, to kind of get the product moving. When it goes through him, it goes to our packaging department over here. So if it's a vendor like Tyrant Design, just for instance, it's already packaged. All we do is print labels, put a sticker on it, and put it in a bin. If it's our product, we have to package it, staple it together in a package and label it. So there's a lot more involved. So we have a team of ladies that works on these desks over here. So a good example of that would be, this comes in raw. We have to put it in a GlockStore bag, put a label on the outside of it, and then stock it. So, but that's how it comes in. So the ladies, when they come back on Monday, they're going to have a lot of work. But we're busy. We always want to have work available. So.
Right.
So when it comes in, we bag it, we tag it, and then we go into this area right here. So we have a couple of stockers that they basically take a box of product, and it will have a sticker on it. They'll have one of these stickers on it, and that barcode basically tells you what the product is. All right. So when they scan that with their scanner, it'll tell them the last location it was at, or the current location. If it doesn't have a location because we were out of stock, then we just look for empty holes like this right here. And what that does is that gives our pickers a location. So when they scan this is an order online. And you guys, 90% of our business is online. We're worldwide. Having a brick and mortar helps here, but online business is how we survive. So we do about 800 orders every day on an average. Now Christmas, it goes up to about 16. Yeah, it's a lot, man. We have 6 to 7 full-time pickers that do nothing but walk around with carts and scan these and pick items on. This one order right here has got 2 different items on it. But this is basically a pick ticket and a packing slip. So when our guys come in, they'll grab their handheld scanner, they'll scan this, and what it does is our bins are set up with 4 types of numbers on it. This little barcode tells you which aisle it is, which bin it is, which shelf it is, and which product it is. And this ticket, when you scan it, it takes you in order 1 through 18 in that sequence, so that it cuts the efficiency, and it drills you down to this item. And when we stock it, that's what we use. We stock it, we tell the computer system, this is the location for that item, and it stays like that. So when we pick a ticket, it drills it down, and it just cuts down on the time that we spend looking for something. Stuff up top is our overstock. We try to go through that stuff once a week just to try to fill our bins more. But it's we've gotten it to as much of a science as that we can get it to cut down our own efficiency. So like I said, we do about 800 orders a day. Here you go, Miguel. Thank you.
You got any idea how big the place was in California?
As far as square footage, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. I wouldn't even guess what the square footage is here. So one other thing that we have as far as like the warehouse, we try to group everything together. Like we try to put our magazine related items here. We try to put our smaller gun parts here, like magazine releases and things of that nature, pins and stuff. And then we get down here, then we kind of get into our optics, and then we move over and we get into our holsters. So we try to group it together as much as possible. Just makes it easier for us when we're stocking, when we're picking to find something. The last item that we have that a lot of people may or may not be aware of is over here on the far left. We have our UnderTech undercover. That's a whole line that Lenny McGill has. That's basically undergarment that has a pocket sewn into it for a firearm. So underwear, leggings, bras, tank tops, undershirts, whatever you want. If you're interested in having something as an undergarment that can hold a firearm, Lenny makes it. We've got a whole line out there. We also have one of the best selling items is a belly band, which is, it's just an elastic band that you can fit around your waist. So if you don't have a pair of pants with a belt on it, that you can put a belt clip or anything on it, and you want to make sure you carry if you have a concealed carry that you want to take
good
if you're
for
jogging.
sweats.
Yeah, sweatpants. A lot of people that wear joggers or something like that. People in athletics, that they don't wear a belt. Because if you don't have a belt, you can't really put a belt clip on. It doesn't work that well. So, but the belly bands are extremely popular. They come in, from small to 3X. So no matter how your waist size is, you can find one to fit you and go on the outside of a t-shirt, have an overshirt on top of that, and it has a little pocket built in. And we also sell these little pocket holders that it's just a little piece of, I don't know what fabric it's made out of, but it's got some spandex on it. You can put it in there. You can stick it in your purse, stick it in your jacket pocket. If it's concealable, Lenny's figured out a way to sell a product around it. So you've got the GlockStore.com, and you've also got UnderTechUndercover.com, which is UTUC. So there's 2 different websites. You can get to either one of them through the GlockStore.com, but if you're looking for undergarments or jackets or t-shirts or anything like that, there's a whole nother world that pertains specifically to the UnderTech undergarment stuff. So, any questions? Our last department over here is our shipping. So if we're picking 800 orders a day, we're shipping 800 orders a day. We primarily use FedEx because they're a little more trustworthy and they handle their product a little more securely. We've used other shippers before and had problems, but we found out that we find that FedEx is they just take a little more pride in their handling of the packages. So
Except when they wreck the trucks.
they what?
Down in South Alabama when they turn that truck over.
Oh, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
But as far as handling our product, they do really well. We use the U.S. Postal Service too. It all depends on the customer. They can upcharge for whatever. If they want an overnight or 2-day or whatever, it really depends on what the customer wants. So standard is usually FedEx Ground, and it's 2 to 3 days depending on where you're at. FedEx Ground has built so many facilities around the country now that they can pretty much almost get anything there within a day or two. So, and they got good rates, and they're just a very reputable company. So, but anyway, so this is our central desk here. This is where Brandon. I'm not sure if Brandon's back here now. He's our warehouse manager. He makes sure that all the all the operations is working fine. That's our ventilation system. That's where the everything gets moved around. All the air from the
Very expensive.
Very expensive. Yeah, that's I wouldn't even want to know what our monthly bill is.
Those things are crazy.
Evan, you got anything? That's Evan. He works in the manufacturing too. Yeah.
Pretty boring.
Yeah. So. All right. No questions. I appreciate y'all coming. We're gonna kind of go back out that hallway and we'll kind of work our way around to the retail area. Thank you. The last area I was going to mention is this office right here, or this room over here. You guys know what Kydex is? You're seeing what a Kydex holster, where you can bring. We actually sell Kydex holsters that are already made to fit your standard Glocks, like 43X, 43, 19, whatever you currently have. If you have a standard size, they have them standard cut. But also, if you have a specific setup, so if you have a Glock 43 and you have one specific light that you like on it, or a red dot or a laser, you can bring that in. If they don't have it pre-cut, you can bring it in, and for a standard, I think, processing fee, they will actually take your gun and they'll actually mold a Kydex holster for that specific setup that you have.
What?
So only
I never knew that.
Only that setup will work. So we have setups out there that for a 43X with a TLR6. Which is a specific flashlight, but our holsters only fit that TLR6. They don't fit a TLR10. So if you have a specific setup that you have, whether it's laser, red dot, or flashlight, whatever it is, if you bring it in, and we don't currently have one that's molded for it, they'll bring it in here and they'll give it to our guy that does the mold, and they'll stick it between two pieces of Kydex, and they'll shrink wrap it around it, and then he'll cut it out, put some bolts in it, put some belt clips on it, and it's set up just specifically for you.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, but that's where they do that in this office right in this building right here. We also have our raw product in there. You guys saw where the raw steel was. That's where it comes from right there. So. All righty, we're gonna head down there. That's Brandon. That's warehouse manager.
What's up, Brandon?
So. We're going to kind of meet right down here in this window and we'll be done.
Okay, we're ready for the Krispy Kreme donuts now.
Man, I don't need donuts. They're not good for us. Change the whole. So this window right here, y'all, is the back side of the manufacturing. There's a robot that stands between these two machines here, and it basically takes the product from one machine to the other. So it takes out that need for that extra person to be on that whatever they're manufacturing. Usually it's the guide rods. So. All right, y'all. We're gonna go back out to the front counter. I appreciate y'all coming in.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully y'all enjoyed the tour. It's a little bit into my world. It's go to your. I guess you're right. I'm gonna head back out here. There's a. Thank you. I appreciate y'all coming. Hope y'all enjoyed the tour.
Real wet blue, clean that meat.
Yeah, the pictures on the wall here. So many combinations.
All right, guys, that concludes the actual tour for today. Awesome at the GlockStore, can never go wrong. Here goes the presidential suite area right there. I've been in here before. Had some work done over there. It was pretty awesome. All right, guys. We're out of here. This concludes the tour, GlockStore tour. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so when I roll out the latest videos, you'll be able to receive them. And remember,